All right, so it is day one of our Super Street 120-hour week to wicked, and typically I'm building a hot rod of some sort. Behind us is an import, something that out of my realm, so I brought a pro in, Sam from Super Street. Tell me a little bit about what we're building.
Okay, well, it's a Subaru BRZ. It is one of the most popular cars you can get for the Super Street audience, one of the most affordable cars you can get, and we're gonna show with a few good bolt-ons and add-ons that you can make it a really fun street car that's capable on the track as well.
Awesome. So typically we have a platform that we use when we do the show, and it's ripping the car apart and starting with suspension. With this build, we're doing it a little differently.
For this build, we're going to simulate how an actual owner would build it up. So we're going to build it up in stages, starting off with the chassis and then finishing off with the power.
Sure, and this is something someone would normally do over a year time, when they get a little bit of money, add a little bit of parts. So it's really real life stuff.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, I've never driven one. I'd like to get in the car with you and maybe take it around the block.
For sure. Let's go for a spin.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's push button.
Yeah, like, hey.
I have a Scion FRS, which is basically the same car.
Oh, really?
And I have a regular key.
So what are the difference between the two models then?
It's really minor differences. It's kind of almost aesthetic, and then I think suspension setting's a little different.
Gotcha.
But it was a joint collaboration with Toyota and Subaru when they built this car originally. So Subaru provided the motor and a bunch of other things, and Toyota did their own fine tuning. And they're virtually, like, you see them on the street, like I get a double take half the time, like, is that a BRZ or an 8.6 or FRS? Like,
but it's the same platform, right?
It's the same exact car. When this car came out, like at SEMA, there was like 50 of them at SEMA, right? So everyone wanted to, modify this car. It was the, the fun rear-wheel drive car that we all wanted, but
sure.
It just kind of lacked power from the get-go, as you'll kind of notice.
Yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to test out a little bit.
Yeah, it's like on the straight line, it's like, you're just like, oh, like on the track, this car is, on a really short track, this car is so much fun, but once you hit the straight, you're like, all right, go, go, go.
I kind of got on it a little bit, and it definitely will benefit from a supercharger and exhaust.
No, yeah.
Although the car's not really, it seems to drive nice, and it's still a lot tighter than a lot of cars that I typically would start with.
Okay.
Cars back in the, we do stuff in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah.
So it's got a huge benefit over that aspect.
Okay.
But yeah, anytime you can mess with a car and lower it a little bit and put a little more aggressive shock on it.
To be honest, this car, you could honestly take it out on the track right now and have a blast.
Yeah,
in stock form, and then you'll see where its weaknesses are, but in stock form, it's still really fun. Like, we could rip around this as fast as we want.
Right. Well, thanks for the, bring me up to speed a little bit on that. Like I said, I built cars my whole life, but I've never really dabbled in the import world.
Okay.
So.
Well, hopefully you have some fun with this one.
Yeah, for sure. At least for the next 5 days.
Yeah.
All right, so Christian's now tearing into the suspension. Today we're going to get coilovers on the car and upgrade the brakes. But while we have the suspension apart, we're going to go ahead and throw bushings in now. That way down the road we don't take it back apart again. So I guess it's time to get busy, kid. Christian, why don't we just take this exhaust out now, since we're changing it anyway. Look at the size of that sway bar.
That's a monster, huh?
Dang, dude.
Wow. Ready?
Okay. All right. Christian's going to show you guys how to press these in, put the new ones, and I'll do the sway bar. Christian's a master at this stuff. There you go, Christian.
5 minutes later, Jason, why aren't you done yet?
Are these hard to do, Christian?
Nah.
Not too bad?
Usually, I'll try to see if I can pop it out first, the hydraulic press.
Yep.
Ooh. Shazammer. Got some rubber still in there, and I got a sleeve in there, so I'm gonna use a Dremel, remove a lot of the material out from the top and the bottom, use a little Sawzall, come in there, slice it, pop it out. So we do these so often, and I hate doing bushings, and this is the easiest way I come to find to do it. So now, everything's nice and clean in there. We're gonna get some grease that's supplied with the kit. You wanna put some anywhere it's gonna ride on metal. There it goes. Okay. Man, you wanna grab one side so it doesn't completely fall to the ground? Yeah.
All right. There you go. Bring it on over here. So the new kit actually comes with new end links. So we'll go ahead and place those. And this is why I saved the sway bar for myself, because let Christian do the hard stuff. There you go. It's about ready to go back in. As soon as, probably do the shocks first, but it'll be much easier to get back in there with the exhaust out of our way. And you used all the factory hardware.
So we're gonna pull this little bit of interior out so we can get access to these guys right here.
Oh yeah. What is that, like a 13, 14? Right, they're off. Sweet.
Okay.
Oh, this man. Here's this.
So as we're going to put in the coilovers, we're actually planning to go with the square setup for front and rear for the wheel and tire combo. So with that, we need to adjust the RSR Sports Eye upper mounts to give us a little additional 1.5 degree of camber.
Hold those for a second.
So a lot of coilovers, the way you adjust the ride height is with your spring tension, but doing that changes your ride quality. These you can keep your spring and you get your spring rate where you want it, and then to lower and raise it, you have the adjustment down here. So that makes it pretty cool. Pretty nice feature. Takes 3 people because the weight of the sway bar is freaking
Chris, let me see
heavy.
you curl that. Let me see you get 2 curls.
Dude, I don't know if
2 curls.
I don't think I can curl that, bro.
12 seconds.
And now the...
All right, so on to the brakes. Just changing out the rotors and putting new pads in. Leaving the calipers, we'll be able to stop a little quicker. So nice little upgrade. Pistons pushed back in. I couldn't find my the proper tool, so I just used a pair of little pair of channel locks to do the job. All right, that side's done. All right, so we're wrapping up day 1. Suspension, brakes, and bushings are done. What do you think?
Everything went really smooth today.
Couldn't have gone any smoother. In fact, this is something anyone can do with a few tools and a driveway. So that being said, it is Monday night football night, so we are going to be home for the first time in Week to Wicked history to watch the game.
Sounds good to me. Go
Get out of
Hawks.
here.